E don happen o, my country people. For Edo State, Governor Monday Okpebholo don charge against kidnappers o. If you know say you be kidnapper for Edo State and they catch you, na hanging straight o. Okpebholo don talk am o, and na so e go be. Guys, this is interesting. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Breaking news. The Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, have said kidnappers caught in the state will face the death penalty by hanging, expressing his readiness to sign the death warrant of convicts. Governor Monday Okpebholo disclosed this at the stakeholders session at the Uromi Town Hall, where he had an interactive session with leaders and members of the Ariwa community in Ishan land. This was disclosed in a statement signed by his press secretary to the governor, Fred Itwa. He noted that the Edo State House of Assembly had passed a bill amending the Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law. The bill, he said, prescribes the death penalty for kidnappers and mandates the confiscation and demolition of properties used in the commission of their crimes. Governor Okpebholo said his administration will not tolerate insecurity, killings, and kidnapping anymore in the state, as he will deal ruthlessly with all criminal elements in the state. Guys, I guess Edo State would be a hot zone for kidnappers because Governor Okpebholo is not giving kidnappers any room, any chance to operate. Before now, Governor Okpebholo had made a declaration that any building, be it completed building or not, that is being used as hideout for kidnappers will be demolished. He made such declaration few months back that such buildings will be demolished. If you are an accomplice to kidnappers, you are an informant, you will also face your own sentence. Now, Governor Okpebholo have said he wants to impose a death warrant, a death penalty. I beg your pardon, a death penalty for kidnappers. Guys, I think this is really wonderful, considering the weight of the crime. Kidnapping is not a small crime in Nigeria. And look at the rates at which kidnapping is growing in Nigeria. You'd be shocked. Kidnapping is growing at an alarming rate. Every day we keep on hearing different cases of kidnapping. Every day we keep on hearing different stories. And a lot of people have been affected by this issue. It's not as if the security agencies are really doing their best to curb these, kidnapping issues. But then, what can we say? This is Nigeria. Everybody now has to fend for themselves. To an extent, people now resort to paying ransoms to kidnappers. Even when the IGP of police condemned people paying ransoms, what can they do? When they found themselves in an helpless position, when they know that even the police cannot help them, they will resort to paying ransom. They have no other choice than to pay ransom to secure the life of their loved ones. So, at this point, I feel this is a good development. Had it been Nigeria as a nation, we passed this into law that kidnappers would face death, penalty. I think the rate of kidnapping in this country would have reduced by now. We won't be having cases of kidnapping anymore. But, Nigeria is just a funny country where our lawmakers, they focus on things that are not important. They tend to focus on unimportant things. They don't focus on things that would, benefit the people, how to stop crime and all of that. No, they are more focused on Natasha and Akpabio's case and irrelevant things. They are more focused on approving bills, approving budgets from the president without scrutinizing those budgets. They are more focused on, receiving orders from the president without scrutinizing those orders, without going through them or criticizing them or anything, or no form of opposition whatsoever. From the National Assembly, from the Senate, nothing. They are just there to answer presents, to anything the president says. They are there to say yes sir to everything the president says. They are not even there to make laws. They ought to make laws. Our lawmakers ought to make these laws so that crime will reduce in our society. If they don't set these laws since for this country, say if you be kidnapper, they catch you, they kpai you once, immediately they go just kpai you by hanging or anything. Una think say for the year kidnapping case, even if say one day, but e no go dey rampant like this. Now people dey fear. For people to travel back to their hometown, it's quite difficult because of insecurity, because of the rate of kidnappings, and the way the thing don grow na be say even kidnappers and drivers now they are working hand in hand. Most time people dey fear to use bus take travel because they know say na 50-50 o, na 50-50. People wey be say they dey prayerful, they use prayer to back am up. E no dey easy. People that are traveling by road, they are they are always on alert because they don't know what will happen any minute. Meanwhile, it's not everybody that can afford traveling by air. So most times people resort to traveling by road, and then in some unfortunate cases we hear we hear of kidnapping and all of that. But at the end of the day, you see those kidnappers, they no go still catch them. They no go catch them. Even if you go report give police, wetin police wan do for you? They no go fit trace them. But police, they are only good at tracing TikTokers, activists. Once you come out now say something bad against the IGP, police don trace you quick. All those Fulani people wey dey display ransom money for TikTok, police never go catch them since o. But just come out now talk say Tinubu na terrible president, they go begin pursue you up and down. But kidnappers wey dey kidnap people, even as they do transfer for ransom give them, police no fit trace the transfer history. They no fit trace am make dem know where the money go. No, they no dey do all those ones. So this thing wey Monday Okpebholo do, e good. I like as he impose this kind law for Edo State. E really makes sense. At least make we know the one wey Edo people dey face. Normally, since Monday Okpebholo enter seat, it has been for one problem to another. But if he's really serious on fighting insecurity, I think this is a right step. It's a right step in the right direction, and it's also a welcome development. So long as it is backed by the law. Kudos to the governor on this wonderful development. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section.